Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think you'll have fun with your own talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and a fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listen in all major podcast directories, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more, within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get your message out to the world. Let's create something great together.
We are coming to you live and direct.
We are back. It's Tough Talk Podcast, and Supa Man is frozen.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Oh, shoot.
I can still hear y'all, though. I'm pretty sure it's still going to go through. Hold on. Man, come on now. Don't do this during the rest of the show now. All right, I'm waiting for this thing to...
There it goes. Okay. Yeah.
That was funny as hell.
We thought you were gone. We was like, oh, no.
3, 2, 1.
You are now about to enter the hottest podcast on the planet.
It's your boy DJ Supa Man.
It's your girl So.
Peace. It's ya.
What's up? It's your boy Scooby.
Now get ready. You just entered the Tough Talk Podcast with the Tough Talk crew.
Yo, what's going on? We are back with the Tough Talk Podcast and the Tough Talk crew. I have to my left, we got So in the building.
Hey, everybody. So's here.
We also got my main man Scoob in the building.
What up, everybody? You.
Y'all's on her way, and Superman is here to stay. So, what's going on with y'all? What y'all had going on this week?
Not too much or nothing, man.
Real chill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, my dog got fixed. That was
Good, because she was turning into a little hoe. I ain't gonna lie.
But the crazy thing is they were supposed to email me back and let me know when, and they just happened to call me the morning like before and was like, hey, are we still ready for Honey for her to get spayed? And I'm like, spayed tomorrow? I was like, yeah, good thing I'm off work.
Right.
It's like, dude, I didn't. She was like, you didn't get the email? I was like, no, I didn't. She was like, well, I'm gonna forward you the email, blah, blah, blah. So I went back into my email to look. I didn't even get an email. I might need to check my junk folder. It might be in there. But in my regular inbox where they replied to me, like the automated system telling me I'm in line, in queue, whatever. They're looking at my application, what have you. I did get a response from that, but I never got an appointment response at all that it was set. But yeah, I mean, I did that. I went and got a haircut. Well, that's about it. I mean, when not too much of nothing going on, you know.
Good. So, what you got going on?
Okay.
Oh man, don't tell me. All right, we good.
There you go. I thought I lost you there again.
For y'all wondering, there is some mild technical issues, so we're gonna get through this show. All right.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But so as you were saying.
I didn't even. I just said all right, because I saw that you were kind of stuck. But yeah, I didn't really have too much going on last week that I can remember. Little scare on the weekend. Javi was a little sick, but he's good. And then Sunday I was at iLounge. Shout out to Nights with Temptations, a dope show. Got some artists coming through to Greenville next week from that show. So I will have a good time at the link up. It's coming up. All the slots are pretty much full, so snooze you lose.
I'm about to say the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all be watching the page and trying to see who coming, tell y'all to handle your business. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be interviewed totally different. I'll be in the hot seat tomorrow with my original showcase crew, or family, or the squad, as we call it. We were I Am Music ATL back then, so they now have a podcast called Infamous Play, and I'll be on there tomorrow as their special guest. Thursdays, Clubhouse, the cookies show, whatever that we're doing, super lit. I actually sponsored 18-year-old artist. So he's from Carolina. I forgot what part, South Carolina. I think he's an hour from Greenville. He produces tracks in the kitchen on a GarageBand on his phone. So I sponsored him. He'll have his first professional session with OG Butler.
Oh, wow.
So he's super lit about that. We got an artist from the Cookie Show coming to the link up. Super dope R&B artist. He lives, I think he's from Columbia or Charleston. I can't remember, but yeah, we got a lot. We're gonna have some good R&B vibes this show. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a good mix of genres. You know, my little thugs coming through too, but we gotta, go have the R&B people coming through too. So gonna have a good time. And yes, the pollen has gotten me, so I'm over here struggling, but we gonna make it.
That's what's up. Yeah. I'm excited. It's a couple days away. Sunday's gonna be here before we know it. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Let's see. For me, I did not have Bonjour Crate this last Friday because there were other things going on, but it was cool. Got to kick it with the fam. But on Saturday, I did have that wedding, and that was my cousin's wedding. So I just want to give a big shout out to Brianna and Nicholas, now Bennett. That was so lit. They had like everything decked out. Shout out to Essence. She does a very great job here in the upstate in regards to decor and everything. It was very well done. Everything from the touches that I brought to the table in regards to the music, the uplighting and whatnot, it all came together, and it was a very beautiful day for them. So shout out to them, and congratulations. Also, Sunday, I had an interview for King Q's podcast /show. He does a little bit of both video and audio. So be on the lookout for that if you're not familiar with him. And just kicked it with the family. Me, my girlfriend, her daughter, my son. We all got some ice cream and tacos and stuff on Sunday. So we just had a good, fun afternoon. So wasn't too much going on, but let me go ahead and keep the thing rolling in regards to the next 10 things, because then right after that, we do have somebody coming on the show, so I want to be quick.
Well, before you go into that, I just wanted to RIP DMX. We lost a legend.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
This past week, you know what I'm saying? That was tough. The posting and, the confusion on him passing and all of that, but may he rest in peace. Sometimes, it's unfortunate when people have battles with, substance abuse, because sometimes the only peace that they get is eternal peace, once they pass. So, pray for his soul and may he rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I will say I wasn't one of the ones that was lucky enough to meet him when he was residing here in the upstate. But everything I've heard from him, from people I know and people that are known, is that he's just a humble A100 dude. Like, there's no one else like him. Like, real good guy. So,
same things I heard. And Swiss Beats put out a video. It's really like, you should watch it. Just watch it.
Okay.
It's
like
just
music
him in the
video
car.
wise, or like
No, it's him talking about DMX.
Okay. That'd be dope.
Yeah, he said, like you were stating, like he was saying how selfless he was and how great of a person he was. Like he said, he considered him like a modern day prophet. He was like, you would never find a more genuine person in this lifetime.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it real. The first time I heard of DMX, believe it or not, was 99, 2000. I had Javi's dad. He used to listen to him all the time. And that's how I was introduced to him. So then when the Cash Money Rough Riders concert came to Atlanta, that was my first concert ever. The best. one of the best, definitely. X definitely was lit. I remember him very clear as day. Party Up was the big song back then.
Yep.
And at the end of his set, he closed out with one of the prayers. And that's when I already heard it on the CD, of course, but when he did it at the show, it was like, wow. And, you know, after that, I'm not going to say I was a fan, like a diehard fan, but he definitely got my respect, you know what I'm saying? And he's definitely one of the legends. So
yeah, it's one thing about X, like when he speaks, people listen.
yeah, I mean that voice,
like,
the tone, like
yeah,
the
you
whole
can't help.
yeah.
It's awesome. I did get to see him in Spartanburg when he was with a known DJ from our area. Chris Cutt was his DJ at the time. I did get to see him then. Still didn't get to meet him, but I did get to see him. So yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Rest in peace, X. Let's see here. Now, if you've been keeping up with our show, I've been giving away 10 different things each week, 101 total of things you can do to generate extra income. So I'm going to pick back up at number 30, starting with advertise from your car. If you commute in a high traffic area, you can turn your car into a moving billboard with Rapify. Earning money on your way to work, visit Rapify.com to sign up. So check that out. It might be pretty cool. Number 31, deliver packages. Let's double check. I ain't seen none of these before, did I? I don't think so.
My bad. I said wrap in the car, yes, because I remember saying that it will protect your paint job.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to start with 31 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
okay. That's okay. My bad, y'all. Y'all already heard that one. All right.
He can't count.
Eat that. All right. All right. So 31, deliver packages. With Amazon Flex, you can deliver Amazon packages for a side hustle income. Pays $18 to $25 per hour, and you get to get your own schedule. Set your own schedule. The only requirements are that you must have a smartphone, own a vehicle, and you must pass a background check. Sign up on Amazon.com. And like I'm actually on Amazon, but when I'm gonna get back to the station, there'd be a lot of cars like getting like loaded up. So it's a thing. There's people doing it. 32, you can be a human billboard. There are always businesses looking to hire people in costumes, spinning signs, or handing out flyers. Get started by looking for a local job listings. 33, you can lead tours. Do you live in a historic city with constant influx of tourists? You can serve as a tour guide, creating your own unique tour experience with websites like Valuable.com, that's VAYABLE.com, toursbylocals.com, and localguiding.com. Now, number 34, you can do yard work. Like other cleaning services, there's always a need for yard maintenance. And that's why it can be an ideal side hustle if you have access to a truck or a large vehicle and yard work supplies. You're all set. Build your client list through friends, family, word of mouth referrals, and unique branding that makes your company and your vehicle stand out. 35. Now, this is something I was trying to figure out how to get into. I did the first half of it, but officiate weddings. If you are ordained, you can officiate the weddings of friends, family, and other clients. If not, you can find the appropriate certification online. This side hustle can earn you hundreds of dollars per ceremony. And you can also do that as being a notary, which I think we covered that earlier in the list, I believe. Now, 36, you can be a nutritionist or weight loss coach. If you're passionate about helping others achieve their fitness goals, find a certification course online that best fits your style and contact local gyms or doctor offices for referrals. You know, that'd be pretty smart to do. You can, 37, monetize an Instagram account. By creating a large following on Instagram, you can make money by selling sponsored posts, Instagram takeovers, or selling a product. Create an account by downloading the Instagram app. Everybody knows how to do this. Come on. In the App Store, and be sure to read one of the many guides online on how to boost your following. And it's not by buying fake followers. That is not the way to do it, because that will lead to fake money, which is money you can't use. Trust me. Not that I did it. I'm just saying I know people. Anyway, 38. Develop or code. Coding skills are high in demand today. Don't wait for an opportunity to fall in your lap. Jumpstart this side hustle by proactively contacting businesses who may need your service and offer a proposal. You can set your pay and the amount of work you take on. So if you're into being your own boss, I think that may be the way to go. Just say it if you're smart like that. I'm not that level smart, but you know, some of y'all out there are. Just say it.
He said I'm not that level smart. I get it.
Because, you know, that's like nerd level. I'm like geek level. You know what I'm saying? There is a difference between nerds and geeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot of it. So
I get it.
All right, 39. Do graphic design. Do you have experience or a degree in creating designs? If you do, you can utilize this skill when you're not working at your full-time job for a side income. Get started by proposing projects to businesses who can benefit from your services. And there's a lot in my inbox. Can I do your cartoon work? Man, if you don't get out my inbox. Nah, but if you're like an actual like graphic design person, you know what I'm saying, I respect that. I don't know what kind of whatever this is on the internet that got everybody trying to do cartoon stuff all of a sudden. That's annoying. Like, don't do that. All right. And last but not least, number 40, recycle old cell phones. If you have an older smartphone that you no longer use, you can sell it on Gazelle.com to make extra money. You can level up by buying older iPhones from those who don't use them and reselling them as well. Sign up on Gazelle.com. So you know them people that be tossing out them old iPhones? Look, hey, let me get that. Boom. Check. Just like that. Just saying. I do it.
It's only gonna be $2.
I'm gonna say you'll make at least 10. You make at least 10.
If you get 10, then make 10 on the 10. Hey.
I get it.
You gotta hustle for it. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying, get that money. But real quick, before we jump to our guests, for all of those out there, if you're listening, cool. If you're watching, even better. But I have now, just for our listeners first, we have Tough Talk Podcast stickers. Yes, sir. They are awesome. They're not too small, not too big. You can stick it on anything. You've got a nice vinyl cover, waterproof, all that good stuff. And it is very high def. So if you would like to get one, just send us an email to the Tough Talk Podcast at gmail.com. Just leave your name and address and I will get one right out to you lickety split. I promise you. All right. No cost at all for our listeners. All right. Cool. Now, so I'm about to go ahead and bring in our guests. If you'd like to let everybody know who we about to bring in.
Awesome sauce. So today we have the beautiful Miss Shun C in the building with us. You unmute Miss Shun. Unmute yourself, girl.
But
She's still on mute. There you go.
There
Welcome
we
to
go.
the party. Welcome.
Hey.
What's up?
Miss Shun
Good.
MSC Media Group. She's on the SEB radio show every Wednesday. And
Awesome.
I'm gonna let her drop her gems and what she does a little bit more. And then we'll go from there.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I am Miss Shun C. I am the CEO of MSC Media, where we do all things media, PR, publicity, social media management, strategy, community outreach, you name it, anything dealing with media, digital flyers. We do it. You need an invoice printed, we do that too. We do it all. I am on the SEB show. I'm a co-host on the SEB show. My background is actually logistics, believe it or not. I've been in the importing and exporting sector for like 21 years. I have background in domestic freight, international freight, all of that good stuff. So, I'm just, dibbling, dabbling a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Can't never get enough money. So anyway,
I hear that.
but
I'm telling you.
thank you guys for having me. And I'm just here to, be a blessing to you guys, and you guys be a blessing to me.
We're glad to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. So what's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's good?
So we just recapped our week, all the great things that went on.
Oh yeah.
And we talked about, reflected on DMX, of course.
Oh yeah.
And respects.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that in itself is just that's a whole nother emotion. That is a whole, I don't know if it's a bad, I don't want to say a bad vibe, but it's just an emotional vibe, period. Because especially knowing his struggle and then listening, like really knowing his bio and knowing what he went through as a child, that's just, and then now listening to his music has a whole nother meaning to me. So yeah, that's deep. That's deep. That is. That's deep.
I think that's a good segue into our topic for today.
Oh,
what you think, Soup?
Yes. Well, tonight's topic was a sacred space, but that was brought to us by Ya. And I was hoping she was going to already be with us at this time because I didn't know which way she was wanting to take it. So I can we can just go with the flow in regards to that.
Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. The pollen's kicking my butt. I'm just over here sniffling. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's hot today. That pollen is hot. I've been out there in it all day.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
So, sacred space. Well, I'm not y'all, of course. I'm so, but I'll slide into it a little bit. I guess to do like an intro on it. Or what it is to me. To me, I think sacred space is like that your personal space where it's sacred, it's untouchable. It's like where you get your peace of mind and your sanity to a point. And I think sacred space is important for everybody, because I think it helps you keep your balance, like your mental, right? And if it's too much going on and you don't have like that place to woosah or meditate or just come down to your levels, balance yourself back out, then it's just chaos all the time. To me, that's what I think sacred space is. And I think sacred space is important even with people. And I just recently learned this, where you have to like give people a boundary, because some people will come and like push and push and push and have you out of character before you even know it. So the boundary has to be put there to protect your sacred space, which again is like your mental, your aura, your everything. That's my take on it.
And when people don't understand it, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just you, like you said, protecting your sacred space.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
You're trying to protect your peace and your happiness and everything that you have going on that makes you happy when you're away from everybody else.
So if I would, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. This is my kind of topic.
Go right ahead.
So sacred space, and this is Miss Shun C. Sacred space to me is a number of things. So, and like So said, as she knows, I'm all into self-care. I'm all into, boundaries and saying no and saying yes to win, and how it makes me feel emotionally, spiritually, all of that, right? And I also look at sacred space as when I'm at somebody's house, just say if I was visiting you guys and if you were married or if you had your, just like my daughter, if I'm at her home, I don't just willy-nilly in somebody's bedroom. I don't care who it is. To me, that's sacred space. That's where it goes down. That's where, that's your business. That's where you and your spouse or you and your significant other handle your business. And back to where, self-care and guarding your energy, I'm all about guarding my energy, because with things that's going on in the world today, you have to have that sacred space, because if you don't, you will lay them hands on somebody or you will snap. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, you will snap. You will, and that goes for family. It goes for friends. It goes for, I mean, the dog. It goes for the kids. You know, little Johnny shouldn't be coming in the bathroom while you handling business. Little Johnny should know Mama is handling her business or Daddy is handling his business, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, so yeah, sacred space is, oh, I can keep on and on and on, but so no.
But you know, something you touched on real quick. I know you got a lot, so I already see your face.
No,
But
go ahead.
something you touched on was with your daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and my mom actually got into it about that because at the time I had a boyfriend and we were living together.
Right.
And my mom, when she came to visit, she used my room and my bathroom to take her shower and stuff.
Without
And
asking.
so, yeah. And so when he came home from work, she left the towel on the bed. And so he was pissed because he was like, she shouldn't be in our room. Now, this is the funny part. I didn't see anything wrong with it at first because normally when she would come visit me when I was single, she would do that and I didn't
Right.
care. But when he explained it, kind of how Miss Shawn just broke it down, I was like, oh, and he's right. Cause he was like, my boxers are in there. And, you know, he was like, that's my bit. Like, she don't need to see my stuff. And I was like, that's true. So when I went and relayed the message to her, holy hell broke loose. Okay. She was so bad. She was offended. She was pissed. Like, it just went all the way the other way that it didn't have to go because she didn't get that. And so it's funny that you touched on that and that you said that as a mom. You know, now I won't lie, I do still bust up and I give him the toot toot and I open the door. At least I give him that. Yeah,
1, 2.
Just a little
I'm coming.
so. Yeah, he already know my other hand on the handle, so it's like toot, toot, boom. And that's because, you know, I'm like, it's my house, I pay the bills. Right. But I feel like if I was at his house, I definitely wouldn't do something like that. Right. Or if, you know, if he was married, then of course I would respectfully not do that. But yeah, so I just thought that was funny though, that you said that. And, you know, not funny, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Interesting, because my mom, she just didn't get that. She was really, really, really pissed about
My
that.
mom still don't get it.
Really?
No.
Oh boy.
And mom's not like that. She's gonna ask. She don't even use my bathroom. She uses my guest bathroom. If somebody's in there, she just say, "Can I use your bathroom in your room?" Yeah, it's fine. But she just don't come barreling up in my room at my house. You know.
Well, my mama, she be all in your stuff. She looking because it's me. All in my mail. I be like, girl, like nothing over there for you. Mind your business.
And then mine will say, well, what you hiding? What you got that I can't see? We just had this conversation the other day. And I'm like, why are you all in my bags? And she was like, well, what you got in there? And so I started naming off stuff that I will name on it. You know, I might have to take some with me, you know, that anyway. But yeah, she was just like, oh, you, yes. So stay out of my bag.
Right.
She didn't like it.
Now, before we went further, I did want to ask you, what did sacred space mean to him?
I mean, pretty much the same thing. What they touched on, just my peaceful time, my peaceful place. Like, that's my room. Even though, like, even before Sup moved in, it was still my room. I didn't really go anywhere else in the house. I stayed in my room. It's my bubble. I know nobody can bother me. I can lock the door. Go away.
Yeah, I know for me, it's pretty much anywhere I can just be, you know, I can just exhale, relax. It can be me just standing outside, just embracing the wind and nature that's around me, and I'm good, you know. Right. Or it can just be those few minutes in your car before you know, get back in the house after leaving work. You know, that's just that little moment where I'm just like, okay, I got a clear mind, ain't nothing going on, I'm good. And that's my sacred space. Now, I know some other people, they have altars, you know, they have actual places that they design around their home that they can actually like go to. And that's cool too. You know, everybody has their own thing. But, you know, that's the beautiful thing about it, because it can be whatever you want it to be, you know.
Exactly.
That is true. That is true. But only thing and one thing that I do, I love that So said is creating those boundaries with people. And during COVID, of course, I had the honor to take care of my mom. I mean, she's not, she's 83, but she's in great shape. She's gonna kill me for saying that, but she's in great shape, but she's asthmatic. And I was trying to keep her, safe.
Right.
And so we partnered, in the same house, and that was a mini disaster, but she had gotten to the point to where if you lock the door, she's asking you, why do you have the door locked? If I bring bags in the house, she's digging through the bags, and it's like we have to create those boundaries because sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. Although I'm a people person and I'm in the public eye, but at the end of the day, I'm a loner. I like to be by myself. So, and it's nothing against anybody. It was nothing against her, but that's just what I like to do. And I had to, convey the message to her, just respect my space. If I have the door closed, just knock. I could be in here doing all kinds of things. So just respect my space, please. So, I mean, she would come to the bathroom while I'm in the shower and be talking at the door. I'm like, are you serious right now? So, yeah.
I mean, you need your privacy. I mean, that's what it boils down to. You got to have your me time. Don't be in my things. You don't know what's in there. It might bite you. Just saying. Just,
Hey, let me tell you, it might not bite you, but it sure scare you now. You stab my bag. And if the light's out, you might see it anyway. So stay out of my room, stay out of my bag, because you never know what you might see. Keep it real.
So I guess here's a question. What are some things that y'all do to protect your space when it comes to other individuals that may be unknowing that they're invading your sacred space? Like, what are some things you may say to them or, keep them like, hey, like, I don't mean to be rude, but,
Well, okay, I'm gonna let y'all go because I talk y'all head off. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me tell you what I do because I have the privilege of having an iPhone and a Droid, right? My Droid is for business. My iPhone is for pleasure, but sometimes they get a little mixed up. So what I do in most cases to and I'm respectful of people's feelings. So what I do when I know I'm not in a good headspace or my energy is off, and I don't want to be bothered with people, or I don't want to, bite their head off or put their energy on something because energy does travel. Yeah. So I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And, that way, when I know that I'm in a good space or when I'm through, and I'm ready to talk to people, I take it off of Do Not Disturb. Or when I'm in my meditation mode, because I'm highly into meditation, all into that. But I do that early in the morning because I'm an early bird. So I get those things, out of the way first. And I just put my phone Do Not Disturb so that I don't have to hurt anybody's feelings. Because sometimes I can be a little abrasive. So, that's what I do.
I respect it.
So for me, I think that's kind of why I'm single right now. Because no, for real, because people, like, since I've been alone, single and living by myself, people annoy me. Like the smallest thing, like I have like a low key OCD too. So I don't like if I put a cup, if I put a cup in a cabinet a certain way, I want it back that way. So if someone doesn't put it back that way, I get annoyed. And then I'm gonna go fix it. So to my sacred space, if they hold on.
And while she doing it, I'm gonna say this too. Let me say this too. The more you're by yourself, the worse it's not gonna get any easier. I'm telling you, it's not gonna get easier.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Oh, yes. Y'all had to talk about that.
It's because it's like, so like if somebody comes over, like, I don't want to say this because I don't want to offend anyone, but like people with kids.
Yeah.
So I don't have a little kid, okay? Mm-hmm. I love my godchildren. I love them, but no, you cannot come over.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Nah, it's not at all.
And in today's age,
like,
not everybody
they
raised
just
their
be
kids the same
touching my
either.
stuff, and I just be like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it
I
alone.
don't. I'm a firm believer of not taking my kids to somebody else's house unless they invite my kids with me. They know I
Right.
have kids, so if they want my kids to come, they will invite them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like if you come to my house, well, I'm not just like a cursing off, just ripping it off, but yeah, like I'm grown. I don't have nothing to relate to no kids with. You know what I'm saying? And so then back to my sacred space, then they want to go in your room or just touching stuff. And it's just like, leave it alone. And then believe it or not, I have grown friends that do that. They'll come and like go in my room and be like, oh, where you get these shoes? And before you know it, they like got the shoes or trying them on. And I'd be like, hey, I just bought those, put it back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would pass out if that would happen. I'm talking about pass out. Oh.
No. Oh yeah. Nah.
So to answer your question, I don't really have company.
I don't either. So.
Me either. Like, I will tell you the truth. I've been telling my friends. I have a group of friends. We're real close. We work together. We all work together, and we all migrated. We're on to different endeavors now, but we all still hang out together. Our kids play together, all that. But since I've been living here, I've been saying I'm gonna host a barbecue. I've been here 3 years.
Good luck with that.
It's like I've been here for 3 years, and I still hadn't hosted said barbecue.
And you know the sad
like
thing.
that.
And the sad thing too is I would rather go to somebody else's house because I know how to leave. People don't know how to leave.
Yeah.
Preach.
Or they gotta eat up everything just because it's there.
Yeah, go home.
And that's the thing. So my kitchen, like again, the OCD, and then that's like my sacred space again because the food is there. Like I'm real big. Like wash your hands before you go in my food, my refrigerator. And some people will come in and just be like, "You got something to drink?" Like, you just be like to Sprite it with like a bottle. And be like,
I will pass out again.
It's like, yo, no, don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought I was like that, but I'm glad to know that there's other people out here that's like me. And people, when I tell people, like when people say, are you an extrovert or you're an introvert? I'm really an introvert, believe it or not. I mean, people say, oh no, but you have to understand what the deep meaning of an introvert is. I love to be by myself. I do. I love it. So,
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah.
People don't think of, because I'm a DJ and, I'll be out in the scene and stuff like that. But like,
I'm telling
leave me
you.
alone.
Exactly. And then
Right.
like you said, the DJ thing, and then I do customer service. Like people are like, how do you deal with people? I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. I'm really good at it. I'm so good at it. But I don't like being around a lot of people. I just don't. It's fun for like 10 minutes. After those 10 minutes, I'm really ready to go, but I'm just gonna enjoy myself.
And like I used to Uber for a good minute, and like I had to I just stopped because I was just getting people were getting on my nerves. Like, and like the prime hours, everybody is half drunk. They don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, if y'all don't get out my car, like just tip and go, Like
tip and go.
It was bad. Like my nerves are all toe up. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm good. I made money. I had fun. I'm good.
And then too, when I was doing mainstream radio, I was a personality on Blazing 823 down in Macon. And, we have to do a lot of, remotes and things like that. And then everybody want to take pictures and everybody want to do this and that. And I think that's what kind of burned me out from just being out and being around a lot of people because we do a lot of stuff. We had a lot of parties back pre-COVID. And I think that's what really burned me out from just being around so many people and all of that. I just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still like to do it because that's how I make my money. Don't get me wrong. But I'd much rather be at home watching the ID channel.
Right. People can be draining.
Yes. Yes. Trying to figure out what were these serial killers thinking.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, man. That's another rabbit hole I'll dive down. So we're not gonna go that way.
Okay. Got it. Noted.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, hello.
Y'all's in the building.
Peace, family. How y'all doing?
We're good.
We good. Good. How you doing?
All is peace. All is well.
So what's your definition of sacred space? You got to jump right in.
I was listening at y'all talking about washing your hands before you get stuff out the refrigerator. And my babies know as soon as we come in the house, like we travel, stuff like that, we come in the house, we automatically wash our hands when we get home. You got any outside germs, you definitely don't even want to touch like your belongings with your outside hands. You don't want to get in your bed with outside clothes, food, all of that good stuff. So I agree with like anything you're consuming, you definitely want to be clean first. But I don't know. I feel like sacred space is just your comfort zone, however you're comfortable, and you can be yourself and be at peace and, just appreciate your existence, uninterrupted, undisturbed. You can welcome whoever you like. You can shut out whoever you don't want there. I mean, honestly, it's just your space. And I feel like it's necessary. Honestly, there's so much that goes on every day. It's easier for us to address things from a neutral and level head if we come from a place of peace rather than addressing things from a hectic mindset or frantic emotions, stuff like that. Like everybody needs to return to their state of being, you know what I mean? And sometimes going to sleep will do that, but going to sleep won't do that if you're not resting in a peaceful place. So I really just feel like it's a matter of finding what works for you and making sure that you're paying attention to what doesn't work for you. And you're steering clear of that, whether it's environment or being or anything like that, just giving yourself what you need and taking away the things you don't. But it's sacred, sacred meaning super important, highly spiritual, it's sacred when it's you, I think we don't really look into the reality of we are sacred, and to be in your presence is sacred as well. You just gotta treat it like it's something to be held high,
Right.
24 karat gold, Bitcoin, everybody tripping off Bitcoin, act like your space Bitcoin.
But she's right though. Everybody shouldn't have, and I had to come to grips with everybody don't need access to me that easily.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just let people just willy-nilly have access to you. And I was taught that by one of my mentors early on in radio. He said, Sean, you are you as a person, you shouldn't let everybody just be in your space and absorb your energy. You need to guard that. And I was like, what? But I'm a people person, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm happy-go-lucky. And I want to. He said, no, but people will drain you. They'll drain you of your energy. So you got to protect that. And over time, I understood that. So I like what y'all said. That's real. People shouldn't just have access to you easily.
People latch on, like certain energies will latch on, and that could be very, very detrimental because in your space, like if you're not cleansing on a regular basis, that's something that you have to like get out. It's just like when somebody try to give you some energy that's not yours, like you got to get it out. You got to give it back because it's not going to work inside you. It's basically going to make you bubble until you get rid of it. And so it's the same thing with your space. Like if you let somebody in your space and then they leave and afterwards, like you still feel like the vibe in your crib is just like off or funky or something like that. Like you definitely have to clear and cleanse because it's the same with anything. Like your bedroom, you know, that's where you lay your head. And we just put up okay, I see.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we just touched on that a little bit earlier, but yeah.
It's not something I always knew, you know. I didn't realize until I had gotten older. And you know, the elders are really big about, like, you know, for one, like, people can't come into your bedroom, and then if people are in your bedroom, like, they can't sit on your bed. Like, my elders were like, there's no sitting on the bed. Like, nobody sits on the bed at all. But your bedroom, like, that's your place of peace. So I think that for the most part, like, you just really have to seal off, you know, make boundaries for emotions, for people, for physical places, all types of stuff like that. Boundaries is what keeps us sane.
Yes. Oh Lord, I like to jumped out this chair. See, that's what we were just talking about. I mean, yes. Mm-hmm. This is some good stuff. What else? I'm sorry.
Yes,
We just
yes.
what DJ Supa Man. You didn't say what yours. You know, did we hear from you?
Oh, well, I said what it meant to me. I don't think I followed up with the second one.
No.
Let's see. What was the second
What
one?
was the second?
I mean, I didn't answer.
Y'all know my memory bad.
I remember what the second one was, and I didn't answer it either. It was, what do you do to protect it?
Thank you.
So
That's
There we
it.
go.
in mine, it's about the same thing like Shun said. I mean, I really don't answer my phone. Like, if I don't want to be bothered with you, I'm gonna let it ring. I'll call you back in about 30 minutes because I've thought about it, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I can talk to you now. But majority of the time, like, I'll shut everybody out. Like, it's been days I'll take a day off work and not tell nobody. And I'll sit in my room and watch Law and Order SVU all day.
Yes.
I don't respond to but about 2 or 3 people. I do call my mom and say, hey,
Yes.
Mom, I'm good today. How you doing? So and so and so and so. Check on them and then click.
I love it. I love it. I'm telling you. And I used to do that. I do that now with ID because I don't really watch TV, but ID channel is my favorite. I will watch the news. And when CSI Miami used to be on, that was my thing. But they took that off. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, I used to watch Horatio. That's my guy.
What you know about Horatio?
Horatio Kane. Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just gonna say in correlation with Scoop. Well, I guess we can all relate that the cell phone is the one thing that can get somebody connected to you just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with stuff like Messenger, DMs, and all these other things, it's too easy of an access to get to you. So just as easy as it is for them to get to you, just either put the phone down, silent mode, do not disturb, you know, like Shun C said, you know, I think that's the biggest player in protecting your sacred space for,
Yes.
you know, today's world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys this: in protecting your sacred space, and social media is part of how I make money. It's part of how my business thrives. But there are times, because I have to have boundaries too. There are times where I cut all of my notifications off. You know what I mean? Because if I don't, all the pinging and all the, you know, you got to respond to this, you got to respond to that. You know, I have clients that I do it for, so I got to make sure that I see what they post. And I have to manage the people that work. I don't like to say work for me, that work with me, my contractors. But sometimes I have to just shut that down because it's so overwhelming. It is so, and like with DMX, you know, it was just going off. It was going off, you know, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to have to, and for instance, the George Floyd trial, with my mom having the TV on a 100, and I mean literally on 100, and that's all I was hearing. I'm like, I just got to shut things down. So do you guys ever just shut your social media, you know, shut the notifications or maybe for a few hours? Do you guys do that?
I mean, most of my social media notifications are off, honestly. The only one that is actually still on, I think, is Snapchat. And I think I might have Instagram notifications on. But my Facebook, if you contact me on Facebook, like on a post or something, I ain't gonna see it for about 2 hours. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not. I just turned it off because I think that's my most active social media. Because I get on there after about an hour or so, and I got 9+ notifications, and it's just groups and other stuff. And it's just like I don't want my phone all day, every day. I already complain at work because we have the group chat for work, and they still be talking after hours. All the stores and closed. Like, bro, I don't. We at home. We at home. Like, come on. Seriously, I left that at work. Now I'm home. Like, nah.
And now Facebook is starting to alert you when, oh, your friend such and such just commented on such and such.
Boy,
I don't care.
Yeah, I had to turn those off too. I learned how to turn those off. I learned how to turn the lives off. If I tell somebody happy birthday after I say happy birthday, I go to the top, hit the 3 dots, and turn off all notifications. I get it.
Yes.
I'll see that you like my comment or whatever. It'll show me that. But other than that, I don't want to see everybody else say you happy birthday. I know you don't want to see everybody say me happy birthday. Nah, man. I'm good.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was only the few things that I would do to turn off notifications, because I used to have all kinds of stuff just going off. But then it got to a point to where, at the time when I got into my new relationship with the girl I'm with now, it's like, why your phone going off so much? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it just looked like it was something else, but it really wasn't. I was just getting a notification that a Pokemon was around the corner. You know what I mean? But,
Right.
but, I had to go through and, take some of these things down a notch because it was just so much. Like, it'd be 2 a.m. Why am I getting notification that someone posted something about whatever? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know all that. Like, leave me alone. Like, so notifications is like you said, is a big part of, it's very intrusive because it's just like, you don't even ask for it. It's like, bing, bing. Oh, okay. It makes you want to look to see what's going on and find out. But like, just nah.
And it's certain times of the night that both of my phones go on do not disturb. But because I know my mom or whatever, and they're gonna call me first if her alarm goes off. So I do have my iPhone set up to where, and then it's in the notes. If it goes off, and you guys, if you got an iPhone, if they call back to back within 3 minutes, it's gonna ring out loud. But all those notifications, I have to shut that down because, like you just said, I'm gonna be looking. I'm looking to see, who's pinging me or what's going on, and that's very annoying. Very.
So look, you about to say something? Oh.
I'm fighting this medicine now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so that's
Gotcha.
And you don't even want to know how many email addresses I manage.
Oh yeah. I got mine turned off. I have my main one is the only one that's on. That's the only one that's on. Everything else is off.
Yeah.
Off.
And it hits different, especially when you're like somewhat either in the entertainment industry, a creative, or somebody that's trying to do something with your life, because you don't know if that ding is going to end up being some green.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is, and you're right. Sometimes those dings have been green, and that's why I'm like, people don't know what it is, see what that is. And my friend, he doesn't do social media at all. So like you said, at first it was like ding, 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 he was like, what your phone going off like that? Can we, when we eating, before COVID, when we would go eat, he was like, can you do something about that phone? No, I can't do nothing about that phone because I make my money. Now we'll turn it down, but I'm going to have to check it. So I have gotten accustomed to, just when I am in my personal time and having that personal time, like, with family or something like that, I do turn those notifications down, but I am going to constantly check it because, like I said, that's business though. So I have to have it up, especially during those peak and prime hours.
Yeah,
that's a given. I mean, do you guys have any suggestions on how I can, turn it down some, or stop looking at it?
Ooh. I would say change
Yeah,
the sound
I think you're on mute.
notification.
I think y'all's trying to talk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you.
I'm gonna let y'all come in, then I'll
Oh,
chime
okay.
in.
Go ahead, y'all.
No.
He said, forget it.
Look, when you come in and say, "Hey," I'm gonna stop. Okay. But some of the like little things I would say, just like either change the notification sound so it's not so alarming that I gotta rush to get to it. You know what I mean? Because like certain sounds, you just know, like that the Facebook ding. You know, all right, someone's trying to get to me. I need to figure out what it is. I gotta respond. It's that sound. If you just change it to like a little or something like that, I don't know if y'all can hear that or not.
Yeah,
like a little something, okay, cool. I'll just let that chill for a second. But you could set. Let me change my phrasing.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, prioritize what notifications you want for what. You know what I mean?
You.
So like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, the stuff like emails and things like that, make that something that you need to like check.
Right.
Messenger, things like that. Okay, you can get to that later.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I got people that's this, and I'm sure you guys probably deal with this too. When do people feel like it's okay to just call you in Messenger?
Boy.
Listen.
So that's a regular thing.
There go y'all.
Yeah. Listen, I will message you back real fast and be like, huh?
This dude called me the other night at 2:00 in the morning. I don't even know who he was.
They video chat at that.
I'm about to say, was it a video or was it a regular call?
It was both. And I'm looking like, so I had to get up. Okay, mind you, I get up at 4:30 to try to do this strenuous workout, right? At 6 a.m. And you digging my
you.
Yes, I do 3 times a week, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And then he's calling. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. So why are you trying to video chat me, and you're calling me through Facebook Messenger?
Wow.
I get that a lot though.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that happened to other people. That's very common.
Yes, and it's annoying.
It is.
And with being in the public eye, you don't want to come across as, oh, she's mean or she's rude, or you don't want to come across like that. But at the same time, you're disrespecting me. You don't know who I'm laying here with. I mean, seriously. And how am I going to explain that?
Yeah, at 2:00 in the morning. That's crazy.
Yeah, now I can see if that was someone you knew, but just being like a random Joe, like
random,
like respect.
Even people that I know, it irritates me sometimes when they just call on FaceTime all the time.
Yes.
I might not want to look at you. I just might not feel like being on camera.
Right.
And they just call on FaceTime. Like I've literally called one of my friends on the phone and she won't answer, and then she'll call back on FaceTime.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, that's just too much. Like I got just one person I talk to on FaceTime, so like it's rare that other people call me on FaceTime, but that one person can call me at any time on FaceTime because it's the same. Yeah. It's the same way. But anybody else call me on FaceTime, I'm like,
right. I only have 2. Yeah, I ain't doing that.
I'm like, huh? What?
Thank God they didn't have this when I was married. Woo, Jesus.
So do you ever ignore the call and call her back? Call her back the same way you called the first time.
Every time. I sure do. I'm a butthole. I sure do. Or I even text. I might just send a text and be like, hey girl, hey. It irks me. I don't understand it. And then and I think what really gets me is what I would pick up, I would see the ceiling.
Oh man.
The wall. I'd be like, what was the point? We could have just talked on the phone.
My sister, she's the one that calls me FaceTime that I talk to, and and she'll do it back to back, and then she'll text me and I said, girl, where you at? ET, where you at? And I'm like, okay, she needs something. And when I answer, you see the ceiling fan going. I'm like, dude, you could have just called me or just text me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to question myself one time because I was like, well, why do you have an iPhone? Maybe I should have an iPhone because it irritates me. Like, I just be like, did I tell you you had permission to call me on FaceTime?
Oh no, they do on there.
So
But,
yeah.
yeah.
They duo, and so if you don't have FaceTime, they. Oh, I do have one other person that has a Droid that duo, but
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, that is very Mhm.
Yeah, I got one homeboy. They hit me up on Messenger. I get the little ring, and I'm like, "What are you face calling me on Messenger?" Like, middle of the workday too. I'm like, "What?"
Right. But I will say this: my block game is very strong, though. I will put them on block in a minute.
I'm blacklist so long.
I hear that now.
Yes. My block game is real strong. I will block
Yeah.
you, you know, and then I forget, right? And they're like, well, I run into them while, you know, I tried to call you the other day because I do it to my family all the time. They know. I put them on block. I'm sorry. Can't take it. But that's about protecting, you know, because I come from a big family. I'm the baby of 8. And so me and my sisters, I have 3 sisters. I have 3 sisters, 3 brothers, or what 2 of them are deceased now. And we're all close. So we call all day. But at some point in my day, I can't talk all day because I have things to do. So when it's nothing, I have to literally put them on block, you know, to just calm it down a little. Because what they'll do when I was taking care of my mom, they'll call her home phone and ask where I am. And I'm like, are you serious? If I don't answer my phone, don't call looking for me all over, you know, don't do that.
Especially if it's not an emergency.
And it's not.
I feel like there's a lot of like uncalled for anxiety that rises from certain interactions, which is why you do have to take the step to like start blocking people or stop making yourself available or, you know, take different measures that seem like, you know, they're just so large, but honestly, it's all justified because like it really does get to a point where it's like, all right, well, this is overwhelming. Like your energy just becomes bombarded. Yes. And, you know, every time you hear something like, I know I'm constantly listening for a cry or a scream or a fall, a slip, like something like it. And so for me, like, I feel like I'm on edge until the house calms down. Right. So I definitely understand like shutting yourself off a little bit from time to time just so that you can, you know, not freak out every time you hear a noise or somebody calls your name or you can be on edge for so many different reasons.
That is so true. And my daughter, I was calling her so much because I don't, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of friends. And so me and my daughter are very close, and it got so bad. She said, you know, Mom, I have this thing now what they call block scheduling. And so my shallow time is between 10 and 11. I said, what the hell is shallow time? And she said, well, that's time when I just do different things. And so I'm going to have to talk to you between those hours. I was like, okay, I respect that. And
Good for you.
Yeah, I said, I respect that. You know, because I know how my sisters are, and I know that I probably can be that way sometimes. So I respect her space. And she said, between 10 and 11, this is my shallow time, and we'll talk then, because I just keep going and going. So block scheduling is really good too.
Well, I just need to find out how I get the dog to respect my personal space.
Good luck.
That joker, he gives no darns. You hear me?
Have fun with that.
That's how my daughter's French bulldog is, though. He runs the house, and when she's on Zoom calls, because she works from home, and he's barking, and he's, you know, he does what he wants to do. I mean, literally. So yeah, but you have to send him to doggy school. So
Right.
I need to send him somewhere. He is a trip. Growing up.
Draco runs the house.
He thinks he does.
This is what I was just about to say. He might think so.
Definitely neighborhood watch.
Right. He is
right.
Unpaid. I keep telling him we gotta get a check. But I think this conversation was really good because a lot of people I think a lot of people understand sacred space, personal space, but when you tell them, they act like they don't get it because they get offended.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good that we did talk about this because trust me, like I said, I just avoid it by, don't nobody know where I live, but like maybe 5 people.
Right.
Before I had the party house, everybody used to know. And that was another thing too. What do you guys feel if somebody just shows up at your house?
Yeah.
I'll pass out again. Do not show. Don't that. Let me tell. I always live in a place where don't want to drive to. Family would just show up.
Because my mom used to do that too.
Oh.
Like she would just show up and come in and just like I would go to work. She redo my living room by the time I got home.
Wow.
And I'd be like,
I'd pass out when I walk through the door.
Pass out.
Just fall over.
Like I'm gonna tell you, this is another funny story real quick. So one time that same boyfriend, she didn't like him, obviously. So one time she gave me a couch back in 2008. So the pillows on the couch, of course, she gave them to me. So one time she came over and she left. And when she left, we were like looking, the pillows were missing. And so we were like, what happened to the pillows? So we're looking all over the house, looking. So finally I called her and I was like, did you take the pillows? She was like, I did, they're mine. And so I was like, cool.
Oh no.
Cool. And it was only because she didn't like him. So I was like, cool. So I went and bought new pillows. So fast forward, when I broke up with him, I went to work one day and I came home. My new pillows was bagged up in the closet and she put the old pillows back out.
Wow.
So I bagged them back up. I politely walked them back to the closet and put my pillows back.
There you go.
Oh man.
I don't know if all of that is why I'm really big about personal space, because again, I used to be okay with her just doing what she wanted to do. And he may not have been a good boyfriend, but one thing he did teach me was your space.
Your space.
And when she took those pillows, I was like, I don't want your pillows.
No, ma'am.
Yes, my mom really, she didn't get it at all. And I say she used to get mad. She would be mad. I'd be like, I don't want you redecorating. I like my decorations, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You decorate your place how you want to do it, you know? But yeah, my mom definitely did respect personal space when I look back. So I had to learn all that as an adult.
Yeah.
Show up at my house unannounced if you want to. Don't hurt your knuckles knocking because I ain't here.
Right. Don't expect to get let in. You ain't called, I ain't here.
No. Well, they know not to come up in mine unannounced, or don't even try the door, because I'm a gun collector and I watch the ID channel a lot. So just don't jump out and scare me. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. We ain't playing like that. Don't jump off around the car. Don't do that. Okay, right. I'm serious. I watch the ID channel faithfully, so don't be scaring me. Don't walk up in the house, unexpected. Don't do that.
Yep, my dog almost got it one night.
I'm telling you,
she almost got it. I heard something in the hallway and forgot she was out the crate.
I'm telling you.
Woo! I'm telling you.
Yeah, don't do that.
Every time I come home, I'm like, Scoop.
Yo, I hear that key when he hit the door.
Marco Polo through the house.
I'm telling you,
just in case, man. Look,
y'all got secret codes.
I'd be like, cuckoo.
I don't blame you. You can't. I used to tell my daughter that when she was younger. I'm like, hey, listen, I know you like to play, but don't jump out and scare mommy, okay? Because mommy don't. She don't know what she might do if you scare her, and she don't know if it's you. I mean, we had this conversation early on because there was a real situation to where this father thought that his daughter was going to play with her, was going out, with her friend. but she came back to the house because she forgot something. And so she hid in the closet
Oh,
and he heard something. So he had a shotgun. And when she jumped out, he shot her. That's a real story.
oh.
It's been some years back. And ever since then, I'm like, don't play with me like that because I don't, when it comes to me hearing noises, I'm scary. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm scary. Yes.
I had somebody tell me about their grandfather doing something like that to them. They lived with him.
Yeah.
Knew not to come in that late, even though they had a key. And they came in too late, and he had the shotgun to their face, and he was like, "No, Papa, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me."
I'm telling you, yes. Because you just never do these days in time. You just don't ever know who's coming in, and you just have to be protected, And some people don't like to bear arms, and I respect that. But I bear arms. I'm going to protect my house at all costs.
Big thanks.
Period. So,
and just even from another perspective, me and Scoob live together. Even though he said it's cool and all that, I don't just walk into his room all willy-nilly. I'm like, hey, I tell him, I say, hey, I talk to you about something, whatever. And he say, oh yeah, you can come on in. I wait for the okay. I don't just walk up in there.
Door be wide open. He'll say, hey, right there, hey man, I gotta ask you something. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. And the same thing with him.
Good.
The same thing with him. I don't just walk in his room all willy-nilly. I even when we're talking, I'll still stand in the doorway and talk to him. I don't just walk in his room.
Yeah. And that's all about respect too, even though my daughter tell me, Mom, no, you can go in there, it's cool. And I'm like, but it's about respect. I don't want to just, walk off into, because she's married, and I don't want to just walk off into her and her husband's, space like that, even if he's not here. I just don't want to, do that. I just think that's a level of respect. And another thing that I was going to say too about sacred spaces, even though, I'm the mother and she's a daughter, she was like, oh, you and your, I'm not married anymore. So, y'all can stay over here. I'm like, for me, I'm not going to spend the night in your house with a man if he's not my husband. That's just me though. That's just how I was raised. Now, if I'm in my house with my address and he's staying when we living together, that's a whole different ballgame. So I respect her space in her house because if it was mine, I ain't gonna let her come in there and stay spend the night with no man in mine. So I'm not gonna do her the same way. So those are other, boundaries and things that I try to respect for my daughter, as just her space, period. Now, some people may feel differently, and that's fine. But that's just how I roll. And at first, she didn't get it. She was like, "Oh, but Mom, you grown." I'm like, I know, but that's just how I was raised. I'm a PK first, I'm preacher's kid. So, that's just how I was raised. And she gets it now. She didn't.
I like that. That makes sense, though.
Yeah, because I wouldn't let her do it when she was younger. And so what
12 seconds later.
Brings something that brings another type of energy in the house, like what y'all was saying. To me, it brings a different type of energy in the house that you as a married couple, I just don't want to bring that type of whatever in the house, And like, I believe spirits travel. I believe energy travel or whatever you want to call it. So I just try to protect, you have to be careful who you let in your house too.
True.
Yep.
And like, I'm not trying to be funny, but another reason about sacred space, because people and their hygiene, like, it's not always right.
Ooh.
And that's a violation too. You know what I'm saying? Because now, like, you're talking to me, it's coming in, and now I got to answer you. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's another big thing for me. Like, just give me, before COVID, just give me some feet. Some,
Yeah.
Well, but even now though, so people will just, some people have gotten offended when I used to tell them, no, you can't come in the house. They would be offended. And I'm like, but it's COVID. I haven't really been anywhere, blah, 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 blah. I don't know where you've been. And I'm trying to protect my mom, who's asthmatic, who don't go anywhere. And, she's 83 and she has, underlying conditions and things like that. But they would get offended, and I know that some of my family members have, grown kids and they want to bring their boys and their homeboys and all of that into the house. They don't respect that space. So that's another thing.
Some people just don't understand boundaries.
Period.
And it's like, I don't know if they were just raised that way or what it is, but some people just don't understand boundaries.
Period. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. They don't. And some just don't even care. Some just don't care. Like my mom, like I said, and I love my mom dearly, I do, but she don't care about your boundaries.
Oh, man.
At all. Your house, her house.
She be crip walking on your boundaries.
Man, let me tell you. She be crip walking, roller skating. I mean, she just don't care. And I'm like, oh, that's the one thing that she and I clash about. I'm like, you please come on. But she doesn't. And some older people feel like because, hey, I'm older, I can say and do what I want to say and do. And that's how she feels. And she do it with all due respect. Oh, I'm going to look, if it's in here, I'm going to look through your stuff.
It's funny that you said that because I was actually waiting for a moment just to commend you. Like, I think it's extremely admirable, like you saying how you address company and going to your daughter's house and how you respect her space and stuff like that. Because I can name countless elders who will dismiss that right just because they are the elder. So I think it's just beautiful that you're mindful and considerate, especially in her space, with you being the mother. So yes. I think that's awesome. Like, that's something that we practice with our children too. Like, we're not going to treat you any differently. Like, we're still going to give you love, honor, and respect, as long as you're in the right. So it's nice to be able to see that outside of the household.
Yeah, we had a really tough time at first, y'all, because I felt like she was still my little girl and I could tell and do anything, that's what you're going to do. And she broke it down to me. She was like, Mom, but you got to respect that I'm a grown woman now. I have boundaries and it took a while. It took a while for me to get to that point, but we finally, have mastered it. So now, when I'm in her space or if I'm telling her something, like even with COVID, I used to tell her, you need to be still. You need to, you millennials and you, blah, 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 blah. And she had a problem with that. And I had to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna back off. And some things you're just gonna have to see for yourself. And it comes to pass, she'll see it. But I back up off her because she is grown. And what I don't get from my mom, bless her heart, I don't want to spew that off into, because it really, really bothers me that my mom doesn't give me that space. It bothers me so bad. So I definitely try hard to practice what I really want my mom to practice. So yeah, thank you, y'all.
And it shows, and it certainly shows, but just remember, like, part of that is trusting yourself. You know what I mean? Trusting that you did right in raising her to make the right decisions and to hold herself to certain standards and to protect herself. So when she shows you that, pat yourself on the back, because that's the spitting image of everything that you've poured into her, and remind yourself that you've done a great job. Like her talking about, her time.
A few minutes later.
So much peace.
Yes. And I'm all about peace that we're dealing with, then to worry about the small stuff, to be arguing and about the little bitty stuff. People are going away just like that. I mean, last year alone, look how many people lost their lives just like that. So you're right. Peace, I'm all about that. And in every aspect of the word, I am.
That's love.
And I know I'm going to tell my age if I keep talking about my daughter. That's what I'm going to talk about it. But it's okay. It's all right.
Wear it. It's
okay. But
Well,
yeah.
I think we get about that time. If we want to do some closing statements. So I'm getting some weird things on this end. I don't want to lose nothing.
Factual. Don't be afraid to tell people no. And what I
Yes.
mean about don't be afraid to tell people no, that means don't let them invade your space. That is your private space, your sacred space, your peace, your happiness, all that. Be willing to tell them no, because they're not going to be mad for too long. If they like you enough, they'll deal with it and come back later.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Exactly.
I share.
And also, I'm going to leave with this. Always remember that, you know, sacred space is all about self-care. I am a self-care advocate, and not, you know, we always, of course, we're going to uplift our women, but our men need self-care too. And when you have a man, I feel, that takes care of himself and gets that time for himself, then we'll start having relationships and marriages and things like that. That's, you know, that's a balance, because men do need self-care. So please take care of you first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Sorry, Cecil?
Be your own kind of okay. You know, whatever okay means to you, give that to yourself and hold it to you dearly.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't really have none. Y'all done pretty much hit them all. Like, I mean, you got to take care of you. Like I said in the beginning, if you don't take care of yourself, that's it. Like, there's nothing left. So you have to be whole, you know, kind of like, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's true. So unless your mind, body, and soul is together, and sometimes the body, you know, it comes a little later. Like, you know, I'm working on it, you know, right now, you know. I had to come to Jesus with myself, you know what I'm saying? And so I've been working on it too, just to have that complete sanctuary, because your body is supposed to be your sanctuary, technically. And so you're supposed to take care of it. You're supposed to treat it like it's sacred and holy and whatever else. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it really boils down to just setting your boundaries. You know, if you don't have your boundaries set in place, people are just going to come in and, you know, all willy-nilly whenever they want to, you know, just invading your sacred space, you know. So just establishing what your sacred space is, protecting that sacred space with the boundaries, letting people know by communication, hey, I need this, just respect it, and everything will take care of itself from there. You know.
Amen. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. And hey, you guys need any media services, reach out to MSC Media.
We will definitely be hitting you up. And
You better put that plug out there.
how can everybody find you? What's our
you
and
Miss Shun C, MSSHUNC, and MSC Media LLC on all social platforms.
Good. And just real quick, anybody got anything coming up this week?
Did you really have to ask me that?
I know we do. I'll just find out everybody else.
Yard work.
Everything.
Hey, you know that time when you really find out you're an adult, I'm excited to have my lawnmower fixed and my weed eater fixed so I can do my yard work. Woo-hoo.
Oh wow, it's so crazy you even say that. My grass guy just cut my grass today. He's like 4 weeks late.
Oh dang.
It's more like 2. But still, it feels like it when you have to walk through it. Like I compost all the way in back where we're gonna do the garden at, and so it's like you walk through that tall grass day in, day out. That come on now, don't nobody.
I couldn't do that.
No,
I don't like walking on grass. Period.
Yeah, because then you got those little eyes crawling, them little
that
snakes,
and dog poop, and I just it drives me.
Talking about a good old no shoulder. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, no shoulders. What you know about that?
I'm country. I'm country. Let
Me
me
too.
tell you. I
Me
hunt fish
too.
and all. Oh, no shoulder.
Me too. I hunt fish. I used to, but I haven't been in a while. I used to shoot a 30 out 6, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mr. No shoulder. There he is right there. Boop.
My mom has somebody dropped off 3 cats at my mom's house, and they have killed so far within the last week 5 baby snakes.
Oh wow.
5.
If you, yeah, I'm not a cat fan, but an outdoor cat.
There you go, outdoor cat.
Hey, I'm not a cat fan at all, but an outdoor cat. I tell my mom them all the time. See cats, leaving. My dad's like, "Yep."
I'm telling you,
Throw them the scraps. Throw them the scraps. They'll hold it down.
man,
They
they
gonna
keep
hold
the
it
cats, rats, everything. They be killing baby rabbits, everything. They
moles, all that.
everything.
Oh wow.
Dang.
They might put them on your porch.
They will. They will. They will. They
They might
will.
bring you a little gift. They gonna bring you
Right.
their kill. They gonna bring you their gift. But that I mean,
So did you see on my story the other day that those cats was out there running that Portland rat? Did you see that? Oh, they ran that little mice to death.
Dang.
My mama cats.
They got to bring back the evidence so they can get the treat for it.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. We'll see. Friday, I don't think I had anything going on this week, but Saturday afternoon, we have the SC Comic Con coming to town, so it's gonna be pretty fun. And if a certain item comes in time, I will probably be dressed up as the Red Ranger again this year. So we're gonna see how that goes.
Is that where you got that Dragon Ball Comic-Con?
I did. That is where I got it. Yeah. And,
okay, cool.
That night, I'm gonna be at Gringo's downtown, filling in for my man G-Man. So I'll be there from I think it's 10 to 2, and then Sunday, the big event, the main event, link up's going down. So tell them about it. If you can, I don't know how your vocals are right now.
Hey man, listen, Linda. Okay, so Sunday we got the link up. As I said, we got Mr. Quack Quack ATL coming from Clayco. We got Plug Pay Dreek coming from ATL. Kendra's coming from Charleston and that Soul Food show. Buggy's coming from part of Carolina, but she was from the Soul Food show. We got an artist coming from my Clubhouse show.
Hey.
Yeah, we lit. We got Dirt Dollar in the building. We got Mr. Paul Davis in the building and the Columbia Record Pool. Giving away some dope, prizes. I'm trying not to curse. So dope prizes, and we lit. We got All Access J guest hosting in the building. So you just don't know. You never know what's gonna be given out. If you've been to the link up before, you know me. I get drunk and I just be giving away everything. So
it might be a fourth and fifth prize.
I want to see so drunk.
I told you before. I told you. Tell her, Sue. You better tell her.
Yeah. Look, them tequila shots be flying.
So what's link up? Tell us because I don't really know.
The link up. So the link up started. We're going into year 3.
Okay.
Quick backstory. I went up to Greenville to hang out with Stoop one year. He was DJing at this venue, and I was just looking around. I just saw the space, and I was like, "This is lit." So I was like, "What do y'all do up here?" For artists, and he was like, "Nothing really." And so did I come up with it then, or when I came home, I called you back?
I think you called me back.
Yeah,
because I've been wanting to do something like that, but then when you talked about it, and it all just kind of meshed together like that, and
because I went in. So it's like a 3-part restaurant, and I went in the back, and they had like the stage and this big screen, and so instantly I was like, showcase. So I was like, hey man, y'all ever do a showcase here? He's like, no, So we started off the first show. We had 7 artists, And we ran, remember that night? I made them perform over and over and over. And
Yeah, freestyle contest, everything.
Wow. So it's not here in Atlanta.
no, this is Greenville,
Oh.
South Carolina.
Okay.
Once a month, we bring ATL up to Greenville. Really, I be having folks from Virginia. I just meet people, I meet artists, and if they click, and they're willing, I'll be like, well, you can come, and bring in A&Rs, artist managers, DJ coalitions, producers, incorporated a producer battle. So some shows, there's a producer battle in between the show. So the producers get their love too. We've had several of them from Atlanta link up with Carolina artists, Carolina linking up with Atlanta. It's a lot of co-mingling going on.
Oh, that's dope.
The producers from Greenville, they've come down and done some battles here with me at some other spots here. So that's been going on for 3 years.
Wow.
And we actually give away things that help out the careers of the winners. We're not just sitting here, just, here's some money, everybody go home. Woo.
Right.
No, we're actually giving placement into shows. We're giving opportunities. We're giving, chances to network with, bigger people,
Right.
So
And in between the show, I fuss about tracks and, just business stuff they're supposed to know.
Mm-hmm.
Last show, I think I did a Q&A kind of.
Yeah.
And it was trying to, just see where they are professionally. I mean, the biggest thing is I see a lot of, Atlanta is oversaturated with shows.
Yes.
And I call them cat ass promoters, excuse my language, but they are. And they're basically just trying to make money. And they'll tell them, oh, you're going to open up for, such and such. But what these artists don't understand is such and such don't care. Such and such not even going to be in the building. Such and such, if they in the building, they getting high, whatever they're doing in their green room, they're not coming out to see you. They're just not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they pay all this money. I was talking to an artist manager last night, and she's new, and she was complaining about that. She was like, I paid such and such dollars, and she's like, then we got there, they still wanted $40 at the door per person. And I was like,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not about that.
Gotcha.
Just try to teach them, the business.
Cool.
Yep. So it's going down this Sunday. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yep. And I'm not hosting.
She get the rest for a second.
$2 shot.
And we might have Revanche in the building. I'm gonna double check on that, but we may have Revanche in the building. So yeah, it's gonna be all the way live. But I believe that is it for our show for today. Well, oh boy, thank y'all.
You had to be fired.
Y'all know y'all gotta stay on me. I just be going with the flow.
No,
I was just gonna let you. I was trying to let you ride it. I was like, let me see what he about to say.
You did good last week. So we thought you had it. Now we thought you had it. We need us.
I can't get right. That's
you didn't need us. You got this.
All right. So next week we actually have another special guest coming on the show by the name of Asia Miller, really dope R&B artist here from the Carolinas.
That's my baby.
Oh yeah. And we're gonna be talking about put a ring on it or nah.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm gonna go in more detail about that. I'm gonna let y'all speculate on what that means. But yeah, put a ring on it or nah. Yeah. But be sure to also check out the show notes for all of those of y'all out there that want to start a podcast. Just hit that. It sends you to a link to Buzzsprout to where you can get $20 Amazon card. It also helps out us as well. So check that out. And be sure to follow us on all social media. Instagram is Tough Talk Podcast. YouTube, The Tough Talk Podcast. Facebook, The Tough Talk Podcast. And also,
wait a minute.
What I miss? What I miss?
5, 4.
10 seconds later.
Is it out?
Podcast.
There you go.
You're on mute now.
You might want to get off mute.
Lord have mercy. This
All right.
janky ass promotion. Okay. All right. As I was saying before, my internet. See, what had happened was.
Right.
Really interrupted.
What was the last thing y'all heard?
You was talking about all platforms.
Follow us on all platforms.
Follow us on
Yes.
all platforms, man.
Yes, all platforms. Instagram, Facebook, Instagram.
The face space.
Thank you,
Instagram.
Facebook. No, I said Facebook and Instagram. What am I missing? YouTube. That's the other one. Yeah. The Tough Talk Podcast. TUFF. Lord have mercy. We need to fix this. Anyway, for all y'all out there that are also loyal fans, email us at the Tough Talk Podcast with your name and address, and I will send you one of these lovely stickers right here with our logo on it. It's very cool. I will send it to you for free, no charge. And yeah, I think that's it.
You get to put us on your everything, whatever.
Yeah, your whatever.
Your computer, your TV. Put us on your front door. Let everybody know about us.
There you go.
That's it. All right, let me go ahead and shut this thing down before this thing cut me off again. But again, thank you, Shun C.
Thank you, Miss Sean.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Oh, and let me say this real quick too.
Yes.
The print division for MSC Media is coming this fall. Print your stuff on everything. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all have a good. Y'all enjoy.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Tough Talk Podcast. That's at TUFF Talk Podcast.